Name the process of a liquid becoming a gas. Explain this process using particle theory. So the process of a liquid becoming a gas is known as evaporation. Effectively, the liquid boils, so those particles in a liquid boil and become gas particles. To explain that process using particle theory, I'm going to draw two diagrams, one of a liquid and one of a gas. So if we imagine that this is a beaker, and inside it will be liquid particles. So they're quite tightly packed together, but not in a regular arrangement, as they can slip and slide over each other, whereas a solid would have tightly packed layers of particles. And then if I draw our gas, remember that gases have to be in sealed containers, otherwise they would just escape into the atmosphere. So these particles have lots of room between them, so lots of room to move, so they can collide with each other and also with the walls of that container. And when they do collide with the walls of that container, that's what makes the pressure of a gas. So to explain the process of evaporation, we have to start by heating our liquid up. So if we imagine we have a Bunsen burner underneath that liquid, and that Bunsen burner heats up the liquid particles so they gain energy. As these particles gain energy, they start to move faster, and therefore the bonds between the particles start to break. This then means that these particles will start to rise to the surface of the liquid and escape as gas particles. So what's happening there is that those particles are boiling and having more energy to move away from the other particles to become gas particles. And it's also important that we talk about that as the heat or the temperature rises, the particles gain more energy and the rate of evaporation increases. So just to recap, as we heat up a liquid, the particles gain lots of energy, they start moving around more quickly, and so they can break the bonds between the particles and move to the surface of that liquid where they can then escape as gas particles. That's the process of evaporation, and the rate of evaporation increases as the temperature rises.